welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, what's up? I'm Jordan. So today's video is on winged eyeliner, and I finally didn't butcher it this time on camera. Last time I filmed this, I did a wing 3 times on one eye and literally started having a panic attack. I was like, why can't I get it? Like, I never mess up this bad on my winged eyeliner. Like, I'm freaking out. Anyways, so this is part of my rookie mistakes series. Woohoo! And I'm just kind of gonna go through a few tips for you guys and just some things that you should think about when purchasing your eyeliner, when putting it on, all that jazz, and just kind of hopefully make you guys more comfortable and not too scared of wing eyeliner, because I know a lot of my friends are a little nervous to try it, which I was too when I first started. I think I started doing them in like 6th grade, and people will tell you in middle school my eyeliner was like literally my entire eyelid. Like, my wing was all the way across my whole, like, I was known for that thick, like, what is she doing winged eyeliner. There's a couple things to think about when you're purchasing winged eyeliner. One of it is the price of your eyeliner. Do you want to spend like $1 million on black eyeliner? Do you want to spend just like $5 or $10? Typically I tend to go towards the cheaper price range because I don't like to spend a lot of money on eyeliner, especially because I don't wear it as often as I used to, or as I should. I probably should. I do a lot of dramatic looks and I like never put eyeliner on, and people think it's so weird. I use the Sephora brand eyeliner. This is $12 at Sephora. It's got a really thin brush that is really easy to work with. I love it because you can grab it really close here, and the like actual brush and like utensil part of it, I guess, is really short, so it's really easy to work with, and it's not going to be like going everywhere. Previously I used the NYX black eyeliner, which I really like that one as well, but it's got a really long applicator and it's kind of really hard for me to control. So I prefer this one, and I also think this one draws on way smoother. I honestly think this is the best black eyeliner on the market. I'm not even kidding. I think people sleep on Sephora all the time, and they have improved their quality so much. Like, I use so many Sephora brand things, and I recommend Sephora brand to everyone because it's cheap, affordable, and their formula is really great right now. So definitely check them out when you're in Sephora. Don't feel the need to go towards Too Faced or Benefit or like any of those things, because Sephora usually has a really great dupe. Like this video if you guys want a dupe video of Sephora versus high-end, because I'd be down to do that. Anyways, so the first tip is price. Know your price point, know what you want. Second is, do you want a satin finish or a matte finish? I'm not gonna lie, matte finishes are in. And what I'm talking about is like when it dries down, it's either gonna be matte or a little satiny. Typically waterproof eyeliners dry down kind of glossier than regular ones. Actually, I used to have the waterproof version of this, and it didn't dry down satiny, so it dried down matte. So if you want the waterproof version, it's this, and I actually really like the waterproof version. It's really weird. Like, when you put it on, if you mess up, you can actually like peel it off. I know that sounds really weird, but it's like super easy to clean up. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that right now because I'm gonna talk forever. So do you want a satin or matte finish? Typically drugstore products, if you go to the drugstore, a lot of their eyeliners do dry down like a satin finish, and it's really frustrating too, because it like will either glide on really well or works really well, but then it doesn't dry down matte, which is super frustrating. But if you want that look, then there you go. Then you have to think about what type of eyeliner do you want and how do you want to apply it. There's a lot of different, there's like gel liners, and then there's felt tip liners. This one's not felt tip. And then there's like mine, which is just a brush eyeliner. This is literally a brush at the end. It's not felt tip. It's just a really thin hairs at the bottom, and I like that way. I typically feel like felt tip liners, I tend to go a little too hard with it, and it comes on pretty thick for me. And I used to use gel liner in 6th grade, and that was the days when I literally drew it all over my eye. I just have stuck with this because I like the brush and I like how it works. But if you're into gel liners, or if you're into felt tip liners, that's just something you kind of have to feel out and try and see which one works best for you. And that honestly is going to improve your wing game like so much. Like, when you figure out your niche and what you like, your wing's gonna get better and better. The fourth tip would be to practice. Practice is gonna make perfect. you aren't gonna do your wing the first time, and it's probably not gonna turn out that well. Even if you're copying me step by step, you're gonna be like, what the heck, like why isn't it turning out like hers? Like it's not gonna happen like right away. Like it took me years to get to like where I'm at now, and my wings still aren't perfect. They're not like some girls where it's just like, dang, like how the heck did she do that? Like there's nothing wrong with it. But you kind of just have to practice, get used to it, and it just kind of gets better from there. If you just keep practicing winged eyeliner, what I used to do is I used to do it at night, you know, like where I was just about to take a shower and maybe I didn't have eyeliner on with my makeup. I would just practice it, and soon enough, like I just got really good at it, and it's not, so it kind of made it really great because, you know, at night, like no one's gonna see me, so I just do it right before bed. I just go ahead and practice, and I ended up getting pretty good at it. But that's kind of like all my tips I have for you when working with winged eyeliner. I can't go into full detail like I did with foundation, because clearly it's just eyeliner at the end of the day, and if you aren't perfect at it, then oh well, you know, it's not like you need eyeliner to make your makeup look amazing. Like there are so many people who I know, like Kathleen Lights, who doesn't do eyeliner that often, but her makeup looks are incredible, and she doesn't do false lashes either, and she still like blows the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something, and if you're new here, if you're not new here, don't forget to like and subscribe below if you enjoyed this video. But yeah, let's get into the tutorial and let me show you guys what I do. Bye. Let's get started. So I'm going in with the Sephora High Precision Eyeliner. It's their thin brush. This is just their liquid liner. I really like it. I've literally been using this since like my freshman year of high school. My friend like introduced me to it, and ever since then I've been like in love with it. But basically what I do is I'm going to pull it out and then wipe off the excess to make sure that the brush is super thin and there's not too much product on it. I always start from the inside to the outside and do like my line first. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and stay as in focus as possible for you guys. So there's my line. I try to keep it as relatively thin as possible. Honestly, my eye shape, I can pull off pretty thick wings, and I know a lot of people can't pull off thick wings, but you'll kind of see what wing shape I go for. It's not really too thick, it's not really too thin. It's just kind of a wing that complements your eye shape. Okay, so after that, I'm gonna dip in again. Again, wipe off the excess. I love this eyeliner, like you guys have no idea. It's so good. It just gives you so much precision because you're like right here holding it. Okay, so what I do is I flick out my wing. I follow my bottom eyelash line. So wherever that would like kind of continue up, that's where I flick my wing out. And I start off kind of small. So there, that would be like my perfect length right there. Okay, I'm gonna let that side chill. I'm weird, I do it like really out of order, but I go ahead and do the line and flick it out on this side as well, just because it gives me the most even wing. That way I can look like, is this line long enough, is this line long enough? Normally like one side ends up shorter than the other, so I just kind of make it just a little bit longer on one side and even them out. And then I'm gonna start my wing. Okay, so you guys saw I kind of messed up a little bit, and I definitely want to include that because I mess up on my winged eyeliner all the time. Like it's kind of an annoying, tough process. But I accidentally drew like two wings on this side because it wasn't as even, so I just drew another one. What I do is I just go in with a makeup wipe and wash off that line underneath, and then I clean it up with some concealer. Literally, it's such an easy fix. Just use a makeup wipe, clean it up a little bit with some concealer, and start over. Like, it's not a big deal. But anyways, let's just keep going. I've clearly fixed it up. and we can get started on now kind of forming the wings. So when I connect this to my eyeliner here, I kind of start like right here, like almost to the top, but not really, and then I just draw like a diagonal line down. And I try to make this kind of thin, because if I do it too thick, there's really not room to improve any air or anything like that. You guys know what I'm saying? Like if I draw it too thick, like there's no going back. Like that's it. Like that's how my wing's gonna turn out for the day. And yeah. Okay. So I have the wing. It turned out pretty good. And I'm just gonna fill in the rest of this part. Alright, and as you can see here, it's still a little jaggedy right here. There's like a dip right here. I'm basically just going to go back into that line and make it all even, like when you see on those Instagram pictures where it's all like, but I'm just going to kind of bring this like and connect it over here and fill in that dip right there. Gonna go in on this side. This is always my trouble side, this side, so we're gonna try and make it as even as possible. And then I'm gonna fill that dip again like I did on the other side. Now I kind of just, that I'm finished doing both wings, I kind of just look at how even they are. So this side's a little thicker down at the bottom, so I might make, and it's a little longer than this wing. So I'm just gonna start right here and just kind of and then I kind of dragged out it a little bit, so I'm going to do it on the same side. Alright, there we go. If they're not super even, don't worry. It's just like your eyebrows. They're not twins, they're sisters. Your wings are not twins, they're sisters. Like, it's just how it's going to come out. You might notice like a super small detail about them, but literally like no one else would notice. Like there has been days where I've been like, oh my god, my wing sucks, like I can't believe I'm even going out in public with this, and people are like, oh my god, your winged eyeliner is so good, and I'm just like, what? Like no, it's not. But that's it. That's all I do for my winged eyeliner. To be honest, I'm not the most perfect at it. I used to do it all the time, and I used to be really good at it, but recently I don't wear winged eyeliner as much because it's just like such a hassle to do. And also I ran out of this eyeliner, so it was kind of sad. But I'm gonna go put some mascara on, and I'm using the Marc Jacobs mascara, and this is just the tester version, and it's Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara, and I am gonna go purchase the full bottle of this because I am obsessed with it right now. Like this is amazing. But anyways, I'm gonna go put this on, and I'm gonna come back and talk to you guys a little bit, so see you in a second. Okay guys, so I am back and I applied my mascara. I used the Marc Jacobs, and I know it's like, I just kind of want to zoom you guys in so you guys can see this. Like, I don't know whether you can see that, but it's like really nice. I'm obsessed. Anyways, this is the finished look. This is what my eyeliner looks like. Again, like I was saying before, eyeliner is sisters, not twins. My eyeliner is never going to be perfect, and neither is yours. And if you can get it perfect, that is amazing. Eyeliner is probably one of the most frustrating things to deal with, especially because if you mess it up, like there is no going back. You've seen all those memes where it's like, all right, let me just make it a little thinner or a little thicker, and then okay, just a little bit more, and then it's like literally your whole eyelid is covered in eyeliner. That happens to me all the time. And it's always on like the most stressful occasions, like prom or something. I remember prom, my eyeliner like was so thick and I was so pissed, but people were like complimenting me on it because I did my makeup for prom, but I was just like, like almost, I had like tears, and my mom was like, stop crying, like my sister was like, calm down, but I was just like, oh my god, like what the heck, like I was so pissed off. But anyway, but I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys liked the way I did it. I do think I do it a little differently than most other videos that I've seen. I think I do it differently than other videos. If not, oh well, like there's 1,000 eyeliner videos out there, and to be honest, like there's just so many different ways you can do it. And I do suggest not just watching my video, but watching other people's videos and maybe like figuring out which way might work best with you. But really at the end of the day, you kind of develop your own technique and your own style when you're doing it. So go ahead, try mine out. I really do think it's the easiest way to do eyeliner. I've tried out other people's ways. I'm just like, that doesn't work for me. Like, and you kind of just have to figure out your eye shape as well. But because your eye shape really does affect how your eyeliner is going to be, because there's different ways you can do eyeliner. It doesn't have to be like this knife shape right here. It could almost be like a little like swoop. Taylor Swift is very known for that actually. Her eyeliner's never very like cut like this. That's because she has really small lids, and she kind of has like really hooded eyelids. So when you have hooded eyelids, typically people do like a little swoosh here. You can look at Carly Close, who has hooded eyelids. Taylor Swift has hooded eyelids, and there's a few other models who do, and usually their eyeliner typically isn't like sharp and crisp like this. It's normally like just a little swoop, and it kind of works with them more. But anyways, I'm talking too much. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please like and subscribe this video. It would really mean the world to me. And stay tuned for my next videos. I love you guys so much. Bye.